Here are 5 products that you can make this weekend and start selling. The first one is an ebook. Create a simple ebook about whatever your topic is that you have an interest in, that you know a lot about. For me, I could create an ebook on how to create a freelance writing business, or how to manage having kids and a business all under the same roof at the same time, or how to write a hiking book. This weekend, you could easily create an ebook. Just use your expertise. You could create a cooking book, a recipe book, a book of things to do with your children in whatever city that you live in. There really are a lot of options on what you can create. The next thing is printable templates. Everyone likes a shortcut and they like things to be a little bit easier than they are. So by having a printable template, you are making somebody's life easier and they're willing to pay for that. Whatever your area of expertise, you can convert into a template for somebody else to use. So just take a few minutes and brainstorm. When you were first starting out, what would have helped you do a more efficient job and to increase your productivity? And then create a template that would do that. The next thing you can create is an online course. There are a lot of different platforms out there like Udemy or Teachable that you can create online courses for. You could record yourself talking about whatever the topic is, break it down into segments, put it together in a course format with some downloads, and then offer that as a course. The next thing that you could do is provide stock photography or stock videography. If you've ever gone looking for the perfect photo or the perfect video and haven't been able to find it, why don't you just make it yourself and sell it? A while back ago, I worked for a company that had an apple as a logo. I'm not talking about the company Apple. They just actually had an apple as a logo. And we were looking for a picture of an apple. And it had to be the perfect apple. It couldn't be too green. It couldn't have any red in it. It had to be the right kind of green. And when I say that we looked at thousands of pictures of apples, I am not exaggerating. The graphic designer and I were ready to cry because we could not find a picture that was decent enough to use for the apple. In fact, our struggle was so bad that we actually hired a photographer to shoot the apple. We went to the grocery store and sorted through all the apples at several different grocery stores to find apples that would work for what we needed, and then we had to hire a photographer to take the perfect picture of the perfect apple. Now imagine if we could have found that off the get-go. It would have been much easier. So whatever it is that you want to take a picture of, odds are there's somebody out there that needs it, even the perfect colored green apple. And as far as videography goes, there's a high need for decent videos of backgrounds. So B-rolls. Think about when you go out into the world, all the different B-roll shots that you could have. You could have traffic going down the road. You could have crossing the street, going to a grocery store, getting a cart. You might have to blur out some of the things. So whether it's photography or videography, odds are the stuff that you shoot in your daily life, somebody's going to want to use as B-roll. And you could put that up on a whole bunch of different sites. I'll include a list here of the different sites that you can put your material up on to sell it. Now they do have requirements for the quality of the product, and you're going to have to look at each one to make sure that you meet those quality standards. But it would be a way for you to earn extra income. And the last one is digital work. So digital assets like presets. If you work in Adobe, you know about presets. Presets are a predetermined thing that's going to happen to an image. For example, if I'm shooting a video and I want to pan across the video and then zoom in, I can create a preset that does that to a certain pace. I can say, zoom for this much time and then zoom in. And when I save that as a preset, then I am able to then go in and just drag that little thing over, drop it onto my video, and have it automatically do that. I don't have to reinvent the wheel. And that's why presets are actually a commodity, because to set those presets up and to do them all takes time. And anytime you can save somebody else time, it's something that you can sell. If you have that ability, that would be something that you could easily sell to the marketplace, because as a person who shoots video and does a lot of video editing and has set up her own presets, it would be really nice if I could just buy a package of presets and use those. So those are 5 things that you can easily do over a weekend to generate more income for your business and yourself.